Hi, today I'm going to explain about House 3-person test. This test was developed by John Buck in 1948 and revised in 1969. However, there is no reliability and validity information stated in the manual. So this test, also known as HTP test, is measure person's psychological and emotional functioning. In addition, it also give information about mental health status. It can be used part of diagnostic battery and treatment planning. This test also can assess brain damage and general mental functioning. So this HTP test consists of three parts where the client need to draw the house, the tree, and also the person. The house will reflect on their immediate social world, the tree reflects on the emotional and psychological part, and the person reflects on the person's sense of self. How to administer this test? We provide 3 white paper for them to draw each of it, and we provide the material for them to draw. We give the ample time, about 150 minutes for the drawing, and then this can be applied above 3 years old. Subsequently, there will be 60 question, follow-up question. This is according to John Buck Comprehensive 350-page manual and interpretive guide. However, test givers are free to create their own variation follow-up questions. The scoring is according to the objective and also the subjective part. So the objective provide a general assessment of intelligence, but we have to consider the subjective part. For example, the attitude during drawing, any display of frustration, anger, or satisfaction. So the first interpretation is the house. So hopefully the house be nurturing places where the normal levels of details and normal signs. If too little, the client may reject the family life, while too big, they may overwhelmed by the family life. So the follow-up question, for example, who live here? Is the occupant happy? And so on. Next, the interpretation of the house. For example, the door and window reflects on the welcoming attitude, and each of the details indicate something. For example, roof, fantasy world, intellectual thinking. Next, the interpretation of the tree. The trunk represents the ego, sense of self, and intactness of the personality. So smaller trunk indicate limited ego strength, larger trunk, vice versa. And for example, the branches, more branches, limited skills, inferior, for example. These are examples for the follow-up question for the tree. For example, what kind of the tree, how old is the tree, and what season is it, and so on. And then the third one, the interpretation of the person. For example, drawing with open arms means willingness to engage, and vice versa. So these are the follow-up question for the person. For example, who is the person, how old is the person, and so on. So this is example, Mary, 15 years old with low IQ of 55. She has a lot of social issue where parents separated and then relies on social assistance for support. And then experiencing loneliness, Mary engaged in solitary activities such as listening to records and gazing out the window. So this is drawing of the house. There is excessive details and repetitive similarity of the drawing of the house, such as rigid concretion, and then Mary excessive fills empty space as defense against suppressed feeling and ideas. And people's, animals, windows suggest need for social contact and fear of anxiety when she is alone or inactive. And then there is also the traffic light on the far right side, means the need for external control. So this is Mary. The size of the head in the drawing of the person undoubtedly reflects that Mary is aware of her intellectual limitation. My reflection on HTP test first. HTP doesn't provide information on its validity and reliability. There are also limited studies conducted on HTP, and some suggest contradictory results. While the test provides overall understanding of the person's internal world, translating it directly without contact can be challenging. These are the list of references, and that's all from me. Thank you.